What's going on, gamers? We got Porter Rock here saying Xbox fanboys realize they have been scammed. This is going to get interesting. Are we ready to get into this? Because this is going to talk about the Ally and saying that this is an Xbox. We've been over this before. I did my video yesterday, but Porter Rock has a message here, and it's going to get very heated. So let's go. We ready, y'all? Here we go.
Xbox fanboys are now seeing the light. They finally figured it out that the handheld and the stuff that Microsoft is doing is actually not an Xbox. So from Windows Central, an article was written, right, by Jess Gordon, and he figured out Microsoft has a huge problem on their hand. That's the fact that publishers are not truly supporting the Play Anywhere entitlement that Microsoft says, hey, this is a great thing, whatever, you're gonna get it. In reality, you're pretty much not, at least not to the extent people think you're gonna get, because it's primarily gonna be Xbox on first party with very little support from third party. Well, anyway, let's read this article real quick. It says right here, Xbox platform agnostic approach has a huge gaping hole. Right? No, that's not the only thing on Xbox that has a gaping hole. Xbox fanboys are out here with gaping holes. For the Xbox Ally and future devices, this is Microsoft's next big gaming challenge. As good as Xbox Play Anywhere is still indie studios doing the lion's share of the work here. Ahead of the Xbox Ally and OEM Xbox push.
He was throwing shots at y'all, bro. Y'all gonna have to throw shots back.
This probably isn't good enough. The Xbox Ally is nearly here, but there's a problem. Over the past few years, Microsoft has been pushing its Xbox PC platform more and more, leveraging both PC Game Pass and OEM-built PC gaming laptops. Y'all heard that before, right? Y'all remember maybe last year I talked about how these are going to be OEM type stuff? Yeah, amazing, right? Look at that. And handhelds to push the platform. Many Windows 11 OEMs bundle PC or Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with their devices these days, and the Xbox PC app is pre-installed on almost all of these devices too. For Xbox console users, there's often an added benefit thrown in. Xbox Play Anywhere, also known as XPA internally, is a program which encourages developers to submit games to the Microsoft Store with unified code bases that run across both Xbox consoles and Windows 11 hardware.
Now get ready, y'all. It's about to start getting heated here soon. Heads up.
Additionally, users who purchase these games receive a license for both versions, complete with cloud slaves that run across both platforms. Xbox Cloud Gaming is often also thrown into the mix, allowing you to access these titles from virtually anywhere. It's an awesome platform, and all of the Xbox modern first-party games support it natively. And that's because it's Xbox own stuff. However, the third-party support has been mixed at best. Ahead of the Xbox Ally handheld launch and other OEM devices expected to arrive in 2026, Xbox Play Anywhere has yet to really receive any form of organic support from big publishers. That's a huge and growing problem for Microsoft's ecosystem's efforts. Xbox Ally is doubtless responsible for an uptick in comments question I received recently. Okay, yeah. Let's continue. The Xbox Ally is not an Xbox. Gee.
Here we go.
Really? Now, it only took you guys a better part of the year or half a year or whatever to finally figure out what actually is an Xbox, what's actually just PC. Kind of sad that you guys are like so up Xbox ass and you really don't know the type of ass you guys are up in. Crazy. You guys are nuts. Xbox Ally is not an Xbox. Despite Microsoft's, this is an Xbox.
Yeah, we've been through this. We know what this is, and we don't want to be in high state copium mode over here because it's embarrassing. We know what it is. Let's not play this game. It's a simple description of what it is, and let's not be stuck on this. Everybody's saying it. Jess said it. Digital Foundry said it. We know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no more copium on that. We're good. It ain't gonna change your experience.
Marketing campaign. Exactly. It was just all marketing. It's a Windows 11 PC at its core, which means it will not run a huge portion of your existing Xbox library. Man, yeah. It sucks for you fanboys that thought you thought it was. Bunch of dumbasses. It will only run Xbox console games that have the Xbox Play Anywhere branding.
I've been trying to tell people that.
app. And yes, there are a lot of Xbox Play Anywhere games, over 1,000 as of right now. Yeah, most of them indies. But the quality of the list is another matter entirely. Yeah, it's just trash indies and really stuff. Most of the stuff nobody really cares about. Xbox platform is increasingly split in two between Windows 11 and the traditional Xbox development platform, although the bridges between ecosystems are shrinking. Games built for Xbox consoles are typically unable to run natively on PC, and games packaged for traditional PC environments are typically not able to run on Xbox. Media. Microsoft Play Anywhere program allows developers to submit packages for PC and Xbox versions under a single store listing, maintaining save files compatibility across both. Microsoft says developers who use Xbox Play Anywhere see boosted engagement. Anecdotally, I can say that I prioritize purchasing increasingly based on what games actually support XPA, but it's clear that Xbox users on devices like the Lenovo Legion Go and Asus ROG Ally represent a pretty niche audience. That audience will likely grow a fair bit when the Xbox Ally drops on October 16th. Yeah, based on what? You know, it's not like Xbox is doing a good job of selling hardware. Come on now. I've been surprised by how many messages I receive from people who are confused about what kind of games this system will actually run. All right, let's stop right there real quick. Why are you confused? Why are you confused? It's not like you guys are worth a grain of salt in actually providing information. You're the lead Xbox guys, but the problem is when you guys talk, you cap for the company. You don't actually, provide information for the people who support you. You don't support your audience. You don't support your fan base. You don't support the people who read your articles. You cap for the company. The people who read your stuff, you don't give a shit about. Because if you did, you should have been told them for months that Microsoft is really just pushing PC. And that's not going to work with your native hard console hardware. It's not going to mesh well.
That's what I said in that one video before. Don't confuse the market. I agree with him on that. You got to be more straight up with your audience. Let them know what you're getting, because that's going to be the reality anyways. Otherwise, it'll fire back in your face if you mislead somebody. Why do that and tell somebody also it's an Xbox when it's not? We just need to be more realistic and have more realistic aspects in the Xbox world. It is going to be better if we do that. I agree with him on some of that, because there are some people that are confused and they've been sitting there wanting answers for a while, and they're being told this is going to be an Xbox, and it's like, if they think Xbox, then it's going to be like me turning on my Series X and being able to play the same thing, but it's not. So it's like, what's with all this misleading and confusing nonsense? Be more straightforward with your audience. Same thing with what Sony was doing. It's like, y'all got to stop doing that. You know what I mean? Because it's just not helping.
So when you go for this Xbox Ally, Xbox Handheld, or Xbox PC and all this stuff, you're not going to have your entire library until Microsoft officially releases some type of emulation. And even that is going to be a hurdle, because a lot of third party is now saying they don't want that either. They don't want their console games to just magically run on PC hardware. They expect you to buy it. And that's the crux of the situation, which I will get into. But don't say you act surprised Xbox gamers are uninformed. You Xbox content creators and journalists and whatever you want to call yourselves suck. You guys only have one purpose: cap for the company. And then you just keep, and then when the company gets exposed, you just damage control it. You guys don't actually preach that. Notice right now they're talking about OEM. I've been talking about that for over a year. I think I'm probably the first one in the community that's used the word OEM for this project. I even had dumbass fanboys trying to make counter videos on me, and they had no idea what OEM even means. Now it's come to light. You Xbox content creators, you guys should have been the one that figured it out, not me, right? Now, granted, some of you don't have the skills, knowledge, or talent to do what I do. It's understandable, but you could do a little bit better. Figure it out, But no, you guys rather grift and make up shit, and you spend all your time making up shit for so long that you guys don't have the ability to actually report truth, to actually have insight and be like, you know what? I think it's about this way. You just guys don't have those skill sets. You guys can only report or say something after the fact. But you don't really have the know-how to do it before in front, right? And I'm not perfect, because I get it wrong. There's some things I get wrong summertime, but you guys get it wrong all the time. So to be shocked on, I'm surprised how many messages of people that don't know what's going on the Xbox community. Well, no, it's not surprising, because the leads of the Xbox community, the content creators, the commentators, the journalists, the hobbyists, the bloggers, whatever you want to call them, you all suck. Yeah, I don't report anything factual. All y'all try to do is cap for the company, and hopefully Phil Spencer notices you so you could get like a free game or free trip or swag or an email or a love you letter. Hopefully he could send you a Valentine's Day card. That's all you guys give a shit about. To go on. Let me go back. It says, I've been surprised by how many messages I received from people who are confused about what kinds of games the system will actually run. But in hindsight,
I'm sorry, I like Porter Rock. He keeps it real, even though he's representing PlayStation. But hey, man, he's just being straight up. I'm curious to see how somebody's going to reply to this, because this is literally him firing shots at the Xbox only community, which is actually funny. Oh man, that's something else there. Interesting stuff here. Yeah, it gets heated here. Yeah, y'all want the drama? Here it is. Let's keep it going. But y'all gonna have to let me know what y'all think in the comments about that. Porter Rock coming real towards y'all.
Is pretty clear as to why. Microsoft has been a strong advocate of backwards compatibility for Xbox games, effectively promising backwards and forward compatibility for all Xbox games since the Xbox One launch in 2013. Microsoft's next Xbox will also boast full backwards compatibility too. With PC, that's a little trickier. Many had hoped that Microsoft would build its own Xbox handheld with full compatibility for existing games, at least the Xbox One or Xbox Series S versions. Alas, we're getting a traditional gaming PC instead. At least for now, the problem is that a huge amount of AAA games simply don't support Xbox Play Anywhere. This quarter has been absolutely stacked for high quality game releases, including games like Chronos, Hollow Knight, Silksong, and Ready or Not. All these support Xbox Play Anywhere, but what do they have in common? For some reason, Xbox Play Anywhere seems to have one support primarily from the indie studios and smaller teams, and sees particularly strong adoption when Xbox Game Pass included. Alas, big publishers like EA, Ubisoft, Take-Two, and Capcom seem ambivalent. Capcom bought across Battle 07 and then largely dropped the program entirely, seemingly unconvinced of its worth. Square Enix has been very supportive so far with games like Final Fantasy Remake, but dropped it for Final Fantasy Tactics. I feel like this has become a particularly irritating issue as Microsoft pushes its PC platform more and more, positioning the virtues of roaming profiles and platform agnosticism particularly problematic when there's a competing platform poised to potentially do it far and far better. With Steam rumored to be eyeing the living room, Xbox is on the back foot. The issue Xbox Play Anywhere honestly extends beyond simply having blanket access to Xbox games. We can't even get AAA devs to organically support the option to buy a separate copy on the Xbox store. Borderlands 4 dropped today and is nowhere to be seen on the Xbox PC app. What? Hold up, I didn't know. Who? Borderlands 4, you can't even buy it on the Xbox PC app. So the only way you could get on PC is if you have it on Steam. Wow, Xbox PC apps is that dog shit. And even the big AAA publishers don't even bother putting their games on there. And you know what? That could be a quick sign. That could be a sign, right? Because we talked about on this channel, other people talked about it. If you release an Xbox console, right, that access Steam, and it plays all the games from Steam, right? And you're all celebrating, all you Xbox nerds, you know, are celebrating it. Why would the developer put the Xbox version on the same console, right? So you have this Xbox console. That's what y'all calling it, right? So Xbox console, you can either buy your games to the Xbox store or the Steam store. Why would a developer worry about the Xbox store if they know you can access the Steam store? I'm just going to put it on Steam, and if you want to play the game, pull up Steam, because since you have access to Steam, and just buy it there. But what does that mean for Microsoft? How many 30% cuts they're going to lose? If everyone, if PC, if what you call it, I mean, when you think about it, they are going to do it. Now it's like, what if? No, they are going to do it. They are going to do it. Now I think about it, yeah. Why would I give Microsoft a cut? I don't need to. You gave me the option. If I was a big publisher, you gave me the option to ignore you because you put Steam on your product. So I don't need to deal with you no more because Steam is there. All I got to do is deal with Steam, and that's it. It's on your console. It's on PC. It's on everything. All I got to do is deal with Steam. I don't got to mess with Xbox Store no more. No, I don't have to deal with you. I don't have to.
What he's talking about is going to be a concern, and it's a comfort to people that are already attached to those profiles too, and for people who would probably feel more comfortable doing that. It is a concern that Microsoft's going to have to face, so we're going to see how they're going to respond to that, you know, over the coming 2 years or so. Something to definitely think about, because it could just be a Steam box with an Xbox logo.
Talk with you. You gave me, publishers, the ability to ignore you. Crazy. Yeah, let's go back. Let's woo, Microsoft boy. All right. Capcom gave up on the Xbox PC store after launching Resident Evil 3 Remake, not even bothering to launch Resident Evil 4 or Village. That's a pretty striking indictment of the platform, in my view. Wait a minute. So even Capcom said, F out of here. I don't fuck with you. You stupid ass little so I ain't fucking with you. Oh man, they went Big Sean on your ass. What are you doing, Microsoft? This platform is collapsing. Can't even get Capcom games on your own shit. Wow. Microsoft's strategy increasingly seems to be pointing at Steam as a competitor. You better listen, bro. If you're trying to say Steam is that don't even make sense. Like, I don't even get that sentence. Strategy pointing at Steam as a competitor. Listen, all right, Xbox fanboys, you can't really call anyone a competitor when you put all your stuff on that competitor. Microsoft is putting all their games on Steam. So it's weird to say Steam is a competitor to Xbox when Xbox is giving all their games. Like, what are they fighting them with? It's just wild. This is all wild. All right. Instead of PlayStation, and that's potentially problematic. Microsoft is positioning its gaming platform itself as a weaker version of Steam in that universe, particularly if Steam begins offering devices that can offer capable living room experience. Microsoft isn't stopping at the Xbox Ally when it comes to OEM devices. I've heard increasingly incredible rumors that Microsoft could be lining up OEM Xbox branded living room gaming PCs with partners for 2026. We not discussed this on this channel. And I have Xbox fanboys crying over my videos when I said that it's going to be OEM type boxes, pretty much PCs. Now they figure it out.
I told people that it was a PC too, and that it was not going to be able to play Xbox games. I've had people harass me over that. I've had people argue with me yesterday over dumb stuff like that. Basically, what Porter Rock was saying before, I mean, I get what he's trying to say. That's the console war stuff going on. It's actually pretty funny to me. I don't get offended by none of this stuff because everything he says, I'm like, oh, I've faced the reality of what Microsoft is. And that's why I find it weird when some people get offended by some things I say. Sometimes I'm like, everything I'm telling you, I faced and accepted it a long time ago. And I actually face everything because that's just the reality of it. If I'm still around, it's because I still want to support it. But I'm not going to cope on anything. Everything he's saying, I'm taking face value. Okay, I get what he's saying, straight up. And I still like Xbox, you know what I mean? So, but I'm not offended, though. I actually think this is funny, but I can see why certain people, if you're really into Xbox, why Porter Rock would piss you off. He'd be telling it like it is, but I can respect that. I'm standing my ground on it. Let's go.
A year later. But these devices will end up becoming de facto Steam devices, owing to the lack of native support for the Xbox PC ecosystem. By pushing me towards PC, Microsoft is increasingly and ironically pushing me towards using Steam for a lot of my gaming experience. Gee, we haven't heard that before. Right now, more than half of my gaming library is locked to my Xbox console and doesn't support the "this is an Xbox ecosystem" Microsoft espouses. If I truly want all of my games to be on all devices I own, which is the ecosystem lifestyle Microsoft says I should want, wouldn't it be smarter for me and anyone else who finds this idea attractive to move to Steam fully? With all the work Microsoft is doing to improve Windows 11 for controller gaming and TV-oriented gaming, without the ecosystem and developer support to back it, isn't Microsoft just enhancing Steam's position rather than its own? Steam is one living room PC away from effectively co-opting Microsoft's vision before it even gets off the ground. Xbox PC dev support, how can it be fixed? Big problem stopping developers supporting the Xbox PC store is the sheer complexity over Steam. Submitting a game to Steam is simple and straightforward with minimal certification process. Valve leaves it up to the developer to manage their own quality, and the community is notorious for blitzing games that aren't optimized out of the gate. Borderlands 4 is falling afoul of poor optimization right now. Microsoft, PlayStation, and Nintendo are generally more aggressive with ensuring a minimal degree of quality before a game hits the store, but it's not always perfect either. Right now, developers I've spoken to have been pretty clear. They don't see a huge amount of upside supporting the Xbox platform natively, let alone giving away a dual license Xbox Play Anywhere. For devices like the Xbox Ally, Xbox Cloud Gaming, Xbox Remote Play via an existing Xbox console can only go so far towards bridging the gap. So far fine when you're at home, I have to defer to Steam to access most AAA games launching now and in the future due to a lack of Xbox. Microsoft needs to do a lot more to boost visibility of the benefits in Xbox Play Anywhere or even the Xbox PC app from the outside. There are intangible benefits that needs to be solved too. Perhaps developers supporting Xbox Play Anywhere should get a bigger cut or direct marketing support. The developer tools need to be improved perhaps too, and the simplicity of doing something as basic as publishing on the Xbox PC app or Xbox console itself needs to be vastly enhanced. We live in an era of rapid content digestion. Era of gatekeeping the platform heavy-handed cert has handed the entire generation to platforms like Steam and Roblox as well, which prioritizes access over polish. Downsides to both approaches for sure, but Microsoft Xbox Play Anywhere strategy hinges entirely on having play. Microsoft is ironically manufacturing an app gap by prioritizing this platform over fighting harder for new users on console. Know how that turned out for Windows Phone. So now let's get this. Xbox Play Anywhere is not going to be supported by big publishers. It's never going to happen. No matter how easy the tools you make it, no matter not.
It's going to be rough. Yeah, because more than ever, how many people want to go multi-platform? This is a big thing everybody's talking about. Look at what Sony's doing. Square, all of them, they've been calling it. So why, when they want to go multi-platform, do you think they want to lose out on an extra copy? When that's the last thing they're looking for. No, you're going to have to pay them huge, and that's not going to be easy. Why would GTA go multiplayer? You see what I'm saying? They're not going to give you a free copy. Doesn't make any sense because Microsoft is in a position that they're. That's not their fault, and you know how it is. Good luck. Just like they want to do key cards. Good luck. You see what I mean? Yeah, they're going to have to spend a lot of money if they want it to work. It's going to be hard, and it is concerning. Steam domination and limited play anywhere, and not full cloud access to all the games you own. Reality that you have to face. It's good to be prepared.
Even if you provide a bigger cut of the sale, not going to happen. Right? Going to explain why, and it's funny. Out? You guys should have realized it. See, you guys are all about games everywhere. Now that Microsoft is telling you, have games everywhere. Now you realize Xbox games everywhere. You want everybody right? So what's the point of games everywhere? What were the arguments you guys have said all this time? Gaming expensive. You need more sales. You need more people. So if you need more sales, why would a big publisher sell one game on two ecosystems? It defeats the purpose of having games on more ecosystems when you giving it away, right? If you want your games on consoles and they're putting the games on PC, it's because they want console sales and they want PC sales. So to buy a console version of the game and you get the PC for free, that defeats the purpose of it being on PC. They don't want to give nobody a free copy. You want a console copy? Buy it. You also want the PC copy? Buy it. So what makes you think they're going to give it to you away for free? No. You get the copy on the platform you bought at. You bought it on the console version? Enjoy the console version. Oh, you want the PC version too? Well, then buy it. And you get to play the PC version. That's why they're not with this Xbox Play Anywhere. And they're also not with emulation. Microsoft emulating their games, trying to work on PC, is primarily going to be their own titles that they own. But the titles that they don't own, that's on Xbox Series consoles, Xbox One consoles, Xbox 360 consoles, they're going to have to go through the same publishers. And those publishers are going to tell them no, because we already have the PC versions. If your Xbox gamers want to play those versions on PC, they need to buy it. Even if it costs $5, buy the PC version. You're not going to get the PC version for free simply because you got the console version. They're going to be like, no, that's not an entitlement. Console version is a console version you got. That's the console version you're going to stick with. You want to go play the PC version? Buy it. Simple. Now y'all realizing this isn't an Xbox. Congratulations. It only took over a year to figure this shit out. I mean, we're in September 2025, and you dumbass Xbox fanboys just figured out these aren't really Xboxes. Congratulations. Saw the light. Proud of you. And for those few of you who are still stupid and still don't understand, yeah, you deserve to remain stupid. I'm not going to help you. There's nothing more I can do for you. Just keep getting jerked around. Anyway, your only friend is YouTube Streets Porter Rock 77. Let me know what.
Well, there y'all have it, man. That's heated discussions right there. But you know what? I love it. Bring it on. Let me know what you guys think. Personally, I think, like I said before, if you realize that the ROG Ally is not an Xbox, and whether you don't realize that, the experience is still the same. That's why it's not a big deal. Your experience is what counts. What is it going to do for you? How's it working? We know it's a PC device. We don't cope over here. All right, y'all. Peace out. Have a great day. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Later.